these are moments to remember. Yes, those are moments to remember. Of campus events and school activities at Humboldt State College in the year of 1956 and 57. Station KHSC, the radio service of Humboldt State College, is proud to bring you this transcribed reminder of the college year as a featured part of your Sempervirens. Remember those campus chimes? Perhaps they were your first introduction to Humboldt. They do set a mood for the campus, a sort of quiet effect, a calm, just before the noisy bustle of registration. Listen to the confusion and the happy ringing of the castles. Well, that could mean only the college bookstore and the rush of opening days at school. As usual, the bookstore is doing a land office business. Everything from thumbtacks to an armful of books.
We got any airtime? What am I going to do about my work study book? I haven't even got mine yet. What happened to my astronomy book?
Well, they finally got school underway. Even if you didn't get that textbook the prof wanted, you weren't the only one. This was the year that Humboldt really went Hawaiian. It didn't take long last fall until the frosts were no longer green, and neither was the Humboldt football team. Remember all the excitement of the varsity taking off for the Hawaiian game? The first such trip in the history of Humboldt State College. Along with a fine football record in 1956, other things were happening too. And the student council kept things running smoothly. Remember Mike Fielding, our popular and efficient student body president? Well, here he is, hard at work.
Will the meeting please come to order? Has everyone received their copy of the minutes? And if so, are there any additions or corrections to these minutes? If not, they will stand approved as submitted.
Sure, that has to be the truth.
Hey, Joe, how about buying me a cup of coffee while we work on this TV script for Humboldt 56? Oh, hold it. There's Jim Namath. Let's find out what he's doing in his baton twirling at the game Saturday.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you again. Thanks, Jim. We were wondering here what you intend to do this Saturday night at the football game, if you had some special performances or something like that coming up.
Well, we've been working all week on the show, and it's going to be quite a few marching drills and bring you a couple of dance numbers, opening dances.
This is going to be one of those deals where the batons light up and we darken the stadium and things like that.
Yeah, we're planning a finale number will be completely blackout, and I'll use 2 fire batons.
Remember John Dufour at the homecoming variety show?
No move. And go. And the trees are leaning out over the road like menacing giants.
Speaking of homecoming, all hail the Queen, remember?
Well, if I may have the sisters, the one to whom I shall present the scepter is the choice of the student body of Humboldt State College to be their homecoming queen for 1956. Do you want to know her name?
That was a big moment when Tonya Rocha was elected homecoming queen. And here's another with Dr. Billy Lee, ex-athletic great and homecoming guest of honor.
Faculty, friends, and fellow Humboldters. Don't believe all that you hear. I'm very fortunate that Dr. Griffith took as much time as he did, because I think they told us originally we were allocated 4 minutes, and I see that he talked for 3 minutes and 59 seconds. So that lets me off pretty easy. I want to say that it is an honor to come back up, be invited provided by the alumni.
And there was another famous guest at homecoming.
This is Governor Goodwin J. Knight speaking. I'm very happy to have this opportunity as your governor to take part in the 1956 homecoming activities at Humboldt State College. Mrs. Knight and I are deeply impressed with the warm hospitality displayed by Humboldt students and faculty members, and you may be sure we shall look forward with pleasure to revisiting your campus again in the near future. Your every thought is directed toward defeating Chico State on the gridiron Saturday night. I would like to be able to sound the clarion call to get out and beat Chico State on Saturday night. Best of luck in your game on Saturday.
And the football team made homecoming a big success. With a score, Chico 6, Humboldt State 7. Football, 1956. 9 wins, 2 losses. And the Far Western Conference Championship.
Item on the 24th, a little enema, insinuating, emollient, and alleviating, to mollify, humidify, and refresh the intestinal tract of the gentleman. Oh, what I like about the bills from Monsieur Florence the apothecary is that they're always so respectful.
No, maybe it wasn't skating weather, but it did snow last winter, just in time for the annual snowball on December 14th and the crowning of the Sempervirens Queen.
The Queen for 1956 is Yvonne Papini.
And then it was Christmas. Christmas at Humboldt State means the college choir, under the direction of Dr. Leon Wagner. Here they are at the starlighting ceremony, sponsored by the Spurs. Remember? The melodies of Christmas music had hardly died away until the familiar sounds of basketball season were heard on the hilltop. Basketball, 1956-57. Heavily hit by graduation of stars of last year's team, the Jacks came through again. Conference record, 5 wins, 5 losses. Of the many cultural events during spring of '57, the Bob Lee House Dancers were one of the highlights of the year. Roll call of campus events, spring 1957. Moments to remember.
American Heritage Week,
The Cane Mutiny Court Martial,
the Mardi Gras,
Senior Women Faculty Breakfast,
the Popera, the Bunny Hop, and Senior Visiting Day,
the Tulip Tea, Choir Concert, and the Spring Prom,
the Band Concert, Playboy of the Western World, and the Music Festival.
the Mother's Day Tea, Journalism Day, and the All-School Picnic.
This is President Siemens. Humboldt has had a really big year with over 1,400 students served by a professional staff exceeding 125. 28 new faculty members have joined our ranks, selected from the best in the United States. First-class facilities for men's PE, music, art, and home economics were built this year. With the passage of Proposition 3 last fall, bigger building years are ahead for Humboldt. The legislature is now approving $4.5 million for next year's construction. including a dormitory for 200, a swimming pool and field house, a business education administration building, and a beautiful $2 million speech arts and theater building. Next come a large student union building, a health building, and more science facilities. Our campus master plan is being designed for 5,000 students in the 1970s. Just as we trebled in size since 1950, we are destined to treble again in the next 15 years. As alumni, you will become our best ambassadors of goodwill, so please come back to visit us soon and often.
The commencement march, pomp and circumstance. Long lines of graduating seniors, caps and gowns, and the dignified faculty procession in colorful academic robes. From the ad building to the gym. Commencement, 1957. The beginning and the end of a school year. Heard on this production were Pat Hutchins, Joyce Weaver, and Gary Meade. Pre-recorded sequences by Gene Silva. Original editing by Larry Heisey. Engineering, Ken Wilmer. Production was under the supervision of Dr. William Ladd. Your announcer is Hal Lewis. Moments to Remember is a special workshop production of station KHSC, the radio service of Humboldt State College.